As we approach 2024, one thing is clear in my mind. Pokemon are bloody everywhere. I mean, when was the last time you were able to open your phone without being rudely reminded that Pikachu exists and that you are forever in debt to it? Hell, I can't even go for a
goddamn shower
nowadays without the entire Mr. Mime line watching me at an uncomfortable distance. That last one might be a me problem though. So it really goes to show, with so much dang Pokemon content out there, not all of it's going to be very good. Especially so when the content itself is supplementary. And when Game Freak doesn't have to make the games themselves, they can outsource the development to 3 dudes working out of half a shed. And a scenario like that is how we end up with these, the worst of the worst, the bottom of the barrel. Pokemon's awful spin-off games. So today I am going to use my hard-earned free time to absolutely rag on some products that somebody probably spent a lot of hard work and time on because I am an asshole. Alright, sick, let's clown some games. Here's a question. Have you ever attempted to explain to an animal why they can't do or have something, and they just glare back with the piercing gaze of profound unknowing? Like, how in the shit do I communicate with my German Shepherd that the plutonium in the fridge isn't for him? So I want you to imagine a game where the sole aim is to give verbal commands to a yellow polygonal rat with the intelligence of a dog who's just OD'd on plutonium. Hey You Pikachu is a Nintendo 64 game developed by Umbrella Studios. It features Professor Oak tasking you, the player, with communicating with Pokemon verbally, with a device known as the Poke Helper. Yeah, this is a talking game. You game by talking. Now that you've gained the ability to play God, you and Pikachu can romp around 17 stages, giving verbal commands such as, use Thunderbolt, get the berry, or, Jesus Christ you degenerate vermin, why are you not following the most basic of fucking instructions? This isn't so much a game where you use basic finger dexterity and motor skills to
play,
but instead speak into a goofy-ass Hasbro toy that moonlights as a semi-functional microphone attachment for the Nintendo 64. This here isn't it. I don't own Hey You Pikachu because I do not wish to let him into my house. I say semi, since this game is infamous nowadays for having the verbal recognition capabilities of a Google Nest Hub that's been encased in fucking obsidian. See, there's only a couple of hundred words that this game actually recognizes as coherent speech, but since the technology of the time was so shoddy and seemingly had half the budget of a lemonade stand, anytime you say a word Pikachu actually recognizes, it's really a complete crapshoot to whether it's actually going to compute at all. Oh, and if he feels like it, he can just ignore you completely because he's a dick. The entire point of this game is supposed to be me and Pikachu's journey of emotional bonding and understanding, which entirely becomes mute by the end of the game, where the only thing that I understand is that I wish to reach my palms into the digital realm and strangle this yellow sucker. In fact, this game's entire presence in the physical realm just makes me feel slightly bleak. It didn't exist for any other purpose besides cashing in on the collective psychological mania that was Pokemon's peak of popularity, and really, in my mind nowadays, the only practical application this game serves is as an accurate yardstick on how close somebody is to just fucking snapping. Because place the wrong person in front of this game for any extended period of time, and look, your hard-earned tax dollars are probably gonna have to go repairing all the infrastructure he destroys in a fit of mania. Call that Pokemania because I think I am way funnier than I actually am. Why do you play Pokemon? Do you like collecting a team of creatures that best represents you? Do you like a layered and infinitely diverse strategy game? Do you like Route 209 music theme remastered? Well, I am sorry because the best 2004's Pokémon Dash can offer you is finger arthritis. Fuck you. Pokémon Dash is a 2004 DS Pokémon-themed racing game. Not a Pokémon racing game, a racing game wearing Pokémon's skin like a profitable two-piece suit made out of,
flesh.
This is a game where pretty much all you do is flick the bottom DS screen, and the little goofballs move, not very fast. Or well. Or really at all sometimes, given how the motion of this game not only gives me permanent wrist damage, but also erodes my DS screen like a rot, like mold.
Decay.
This game sort of functions like the Pokeathlon Dome minigames from the Gen 2 remakes, except somehow even more cosmically insignificant this time. And there's also somehow less to do. This game is scant. The amount of Pokemon and courses in no way justifies its existence, or the hours I legally cannot get back playing it. The fact that it's even Pokemon racing each other doesn't mean very much besides the courses being shaped as Pokemon sprites. And as someone who played this game when I was much younger, I was just so uninterested that I could have been racing on Saddam Hussein's face and it would not have made a goddamn difference. The controls suck, the content sucks, my arm hurts, it hurts when and I'm just generally in an upset mood whenever I'm forced to engage with this waste of time. And then I think to myself over here, held the forking phone, what's going on? Pokémon Dash was also made by Umbrella Studios, same as Hey You Pikachu. And then I think,
ah shit.
What else did Umbrella make? Pokemon Channel, the absolutely awful game where you watch TV? Like look at this shit, dude. Even the Wikipedia page for Pokemon Channel doesn't know what's going on over here. The game was developed rather quickly. Yeah, no shit. And as a sequel to Hey You Pikachu. Ooh, fantastic. Come on. What else did they develop?
Kill me.
Oh yes, My Pokemon Ranch on the Wii. The game that isn't a game, but also costs money like a game, but once again isn't a game. It's a storage device for your Pokemon. Hold on, wait a second. What in the fuck is Pokemon PC Master? Oh, I'm sorry. It's a Japan exclusive edutainment game where you type on your computer and it's supposed to teach children about technology. They also apparently made Pokemon Rumble. That's kinda neat. They're also out of business now. Alright, I'm sick of doing the splits.